welcome to another horrific review, and also welcome to number 21 in the horrific marathon. Oh my god, I can't wait to get these done. I need to sleep. Anyway, we're doing the Scrotum. A weekend getaway turns to terror after a bizarre shaving incident releases a bloodthirsty monster upon a peaceful lakeside community. Well, this was cheap and cheerful. It's like the sort of stuff 7th Street does. Well, bit more about this. But yeah, we have oh god, how do you call her? Emily, is it? God, I can't get her name. Emily and Cal. They're a couple heading to the woods, the camp out. The big fella is just a gobshite, mouthing off, and he's this and that and whatever. But one thing he does that really impresses me is he puts a tent on his head. So he has the strap around his head and around his ears and actually just sitting on his shoulders. That's a remarkable thing. I haven't seen anybody do that. So give him props on that there. But yeah, these two are heading to the woods on a camp trip. What they don't realize is just previously in sort of trauma, Toxic Avenger style, we've got this chemical companies like wheeling broad daylight. Like effectively they're fly tipping, but they're doing it in broad daylight and decide, oh, we have a barrel that says toxic waste on it. We need to get rid of it. There's this nice shallow waterway. When you look across first time the camera shows you, it's only about that deep. They're like, hoof. And splash off camera, of course, so you don't see it, never to be seen again. So effectively what happens is Kyle and Emily are getting jiggy with it, and he's a bit on the fuzzy side. So she's like, go, shave immediately, be going with me, come back trimmed. Why pack I suppose part of the joke. He starts rifling through his stuff, and he's brought electric clippers with him, because yeah. And the only thing he can find is a straight razor, because yeah, that's never going to go wrong. So the setup's there of what's happening. He takes himself out into the lake, and he's dipping his razor in the water. And of course, it's contaminated now, so he's like shaving away. Of course, he's getting himself nicely contaminated. So, need to say, worst comes to worst, he's burning it up like mad. So, in sensible fashion, he decides to cut them off. So, yeah, that's what happens. And his balls become sentient and then go on a killing rampage. And that's essentially the movie. It's going around, wipes out an entire family, the kid, the dog, the husband and wife, and just goes around picking. Cal gets taken out as well. And this kind of goes, and Emily's the one that's running about. I probably got these names all wrong, but that's none of them have any photographs, so I can't tell who's who, because yeah, that's clever. And it's all blokes at the start, so you're kind of like, what are you doing? IMDb, get your act together. You know me and names. But yeah, this thing's going around page. Abby ends up fighting it and taking out one of them with fire extinguisher after fighting with all sorts, like axes and head clippers and chainsaws and you name it. But yeah, fire extinguisher does a temperature change. But what she forgets is there's another one, because testicles coming too. And then there's a random cutscene to a biology lesson. And the teacher uses the green light when he's teaching biology. And of course, he's pointing to the diagram. You're like, okay, right. Exposition done. And then it gets to the point where you're just like, well, it's maybe it. Because it's done all it needs to. And then it just sort of meanders on for an extra 20 minutes. You're like, come on, get to it. Sammy meets up with some of the chemical guys, or one of them, because the other one gets killed. So one of the guys in the white hazmat suit, she meets up with, and then he gets wiped out. She then goes to a diner and has like a final showdown. And the thing's like invasion of the body snatcher sized pod, it's running about the place. That's the only thing they can do. Things can either multiply or get bigger in sort of monster movies. That's that's really your only two directions. Yeah, so she has this final showdown, kicks it in the freezer, job done. And that is that one. Yeah, I'm like super quick with these reviews, but there's not really much to talk about in this movie. It's just a lot of exposition on it, like her crying and stuff and sad music and that, and you're like, huh? Thought it was a comedy. It starts off a comedy and gets really serious for a minute, and then tries to go back to the comedy again and sticks with the sort of horror aspect, and you're like, all right, okay. And there's one liner at the end, but you're like, okay, because they've kind of taken you in the zone with all the weird music they're playing and different times. There you go, that's it. Not a bad, not terrible. We can get excited about it, but if it's on, sure, watch it, have a laugh. What am I doing next? I think I'm on to The Witch Part 1, The Subversion. So that's either Korean or Japanese, but yeah, The Witch Part 1 is a version. That's what we got next. So until next time, keep up to date with the channel, do the type of things, and remember, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.